Welcome to Badminton Unlimited, your weekly access to badminton action and beyond. This week we spend the afternoon with Denmark's new men's doubles sensation Mads Conrad Petersen and Mads Peter Kolding. And we head to a players' development camp hoping to raise the level of badminton in lesser-known nations in Asia. Meet Mads Conrad Petersen and Mads Peter Kolding, Denmark's newest men's doubles sensation in international badminton. This year alone, the Danish duo have won the Yonex German Open, reached the semi-finals of the Yonex All England Championships, and had a title shot at the Yonex Sunrise India Open. These exploits helped Conrad and Kolding scale the world rankings, cracking the top 10 for the first time in their careers.
It was a really big thing, for us, something that we have worked all our life actually to achieve. We both started playing when we were 8 or 9 years old, and now, almost 20 years later, we are a top 10 pair in the world. And that's something to be proud of, because it's not everybody who can achieve that.
The Danes were in the Lion City recently for the OUE Singapore Open, and Badminton Unlimited caught up with the pair for a spot of lunch at one of the city's trendiest eateries. The duo shared with us the secrets of their successful partnership and their journey to the top.
I don't think it's suddenly we've become a top 10 pair. We've always thought about being top 10, but I think it's the little things mentally and really having that believe in yourself is moved us up in the very top. So little small things have done it for us.
Confidence in their capabilities has been key to their recent success. And as Conrad explains, their path to the top began late last year, when the pair made it to the last four of a World Superseries tournament for the first time.
I think in Hong Kong, in the semi-finals, we played a really good match against Hassan and Setyevan, almost beating them. And I think that maybe was the start for us, thinking, okay, we can beat the very best players. And then it just continued at the All England. And then in India we beat Bowen Mogensen and also Liu Xiaolong, Kissy Han, which are two pairs that we have lost to a lot of times. So now every time we step on court we believe that we have a good chance to win, even though maybe it's the best pair in the world on the other side.
Conrad and Kolding caused the biggest upset in the first round of the All England this year when they sent world #1 and top seeds Lee Yong-tae and Yu Yeon-seong packing. Their fearless performance in Birmingham not only caught the attention of the badminton community, it also showed the world the depth of talent in Danish badminton.
The head coach also for the Thomas Cup next time, he's really happy that there's more than one good doubles player. But I think also the media in Denmark, they suddenly saw that there's more than just Mathias Bo and Carsten Mogensen in Denmark. There's also a new pair coming up, and that was important for us to show to people that we have something for the future.
Bo and Mogensen have for years sat sovereign on the throne as Denmark's best men's doubles. In 3 previous international meetings between the two Danish doubles pairs, Conrad and Kolding failed to even win a game. So for them to topple their more experienced compatriots and defending champions at the Yonex Sunrise India Open is a measure of how far they've progressed.
We've been wanting to beat them for so long. We beat them sometimes at practice, but in an international tournament we know they're at the best. And to beat them just after they have won the All England shows that we have improved very much. And hopefully no longer standing in the shadow of Bo and Mogensen.
We didn't speak to them just after the game, but when we came to Malaysia, they just said great work and you played really well and stuff. So there was actually a good atmosphere, and I think
good respect for each other as well.
Yeah, I think they showed there that they have respect for us, and we for sure have respect for them for all they have achieved. And if we could get a career just close to theirs, we would be really happy.
Together since their days in the Danish youth setup, the partnership has withstood the test of time. Even when separated briefly to gain experience with other players from the Denmark squad, Conrad and Kolding have always managed to get back together. And it is this bond the duo share that they feel makes them strong.
We've known each other since the youth time, and yeah, we like being together and respect each other's differences. So yeah, we are quite good friends.
But in general, we enjoy being together, and I think it's also a strength for us that we want to go through it together. And it's okay if one of us has a bad match, because the next match maybe he will be the best, and we don't really care who's the best and who's the second best. We just want to win together.
Conrad and Kolding are in good shape, and their success this year alone has them making an impact at the highest level. So much so that the Danes have already met their 2015 targets.
Before 2015 started, we had a meeting with our coach and we said, okay, we would like to be top 12. And if everything went really, really well, maybe we could come close to top 10. And now, 3 or 4 months into 2015, we're already there. And I think be the next thing to maybe go in top 8 and get the seedings in all the Super Series events. That's very important also for this Olympic qualification period. So I think that's the goal.
Mads Conrad Petersen and Mads Peter Kolding are at the top of their game at the moment and have shown that they have much more to offer for the future. With their self-belief and winning attitude, a ground-shifting title win could be just around the corner for the Danes. It's time for some trivia. Did you know the Sudirman Cup is named after the father of Indonesia badminton? The tournament was dedicated to Dick Sudirman, who also founded PBSI, the Badminton Association of Indonesia. The competition was first hosted in Indonesia in 1989. After the break, we're in Malaysia to report on an unusual player camp, hoping to contribute to Asia's dominance in the sport. Development is the key to the continued growth of all sports, whether it's grassroots initiatives, academies, or training camps. Sustainability is reliant on finding and nurturing talent. And despite Asia's dominance in badminton, this formula also applies. Recently, we tracked down a development program in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, hoping to add to the depth of talent in Asia.
What we're doing is player development. We bring in players from various countries in Asia and place them in KL and develop them in few factors like trainings, nutrition, mental strength, and all the other aspects to mold them to become a good player.
The Player Development Camp is an initiative launched by the Badminton Asia Confederation as a way of raising the level of the sport across what is a vast territory. The 3-week course has been running for 3 years and attracts players from countries which do not have a strong badminton program.
Some selection will be done basically when we visit the country. We will go around looking for players and we will identify a few and we will call them here. Some will be they are in their national team players. So we will just send an invitation letter to the national body and they will send us the names and we will select from there and their names and their results.
This year's camp consisted of 19 players from diverse nations, such as Iran, Maldives, Syria, and Uzbekistan. Students are housed, fed, and, of course, trained. There are 7 coaches in attendance to put them through their paces.
I will give the players the technique, okay? I will give them strategies, and then I teach them game plan, and then I train them in physical, court coverage, and all these things. Usually what we do is like, we have like 2 sections of gym training, and then we have like 5 sections of court training, and another 3 sections we have like physical training. Physical training is like physical, track, hill running, and all these things.
Whilst the players are considered the best in their countries, there are varying levels of talent. The camp was being conducted just ahead of 2 regional tournaments, the Indonesian International Series for those hoping to use what they've learned at the camp in a competitive environment, and the Badminton Asia Championship. This tournament is a much more challenging event with only a few able to participate.
this time it's about preparing for the Badminton Asia Championships. So I hope we get more matches to play because we have different country players here. So I hope we can get more matches to play and to go there and perform better than the previous performances.
I really happy that now I'm in ADT team, so I have a chance to come for training, for experience, and in future I think I can use that I learned here.
Another element of the camp is the off-court training. Modern shuttlers are now required to do more than play. There are now media commitments and commercial duties that the organisers are keen to prepare their students for.
See, the motive of this camp, for the reason we're having so many aspects, we want the player to be a full-rounded player who can handle the media when they come out as a champion, you know, who can handle the sponsorship, who can speak to the sponsors, who can carry themselves, you know, like a champion. So we're trying to mold them in all these aspects so that they can grow as a full player.
There are also other skills to be learnt. With players hailing from different countries around Asia, there is a wide diversity of culture and language. They live, train and eat together. As a result, they are forced to share experiences and develop a bond. One of the unique parts of this camp is how the players are taught to adapt and develop an understanding for one another.
We have some session like games, fun games, and mostly we do in hostel. Normally after training, in resting times, we have few games, and we get them all players and get involved together and get to know each other about their background and maybe about what they're like.
When we are on court, when we are playing a match, we don't really look as so friends, like we are not really friends, but once we finish the match, we are like brothers and sisters. We go out, we eat dinner together, we hang out, and we just know we are like family.
The BAC Player Development Camp has become the place for players from lesser-known badminton nations to hone their skills in the sport. And that, in turn, has also given them a glimpse of what is possible in badminton.
I have one dream, and that is I can be champion. I can go far in badminton. I want to go Olympic as the first badminton player from Iran, woman player.
Development may be a practical tool for a sport's growth, but what this camp has also shown is that it also lies at the spiritual heart of sports. The Grand Prix Gold Circuit made a stop in East Asia last week as the city of Changzhou hosted the Bonnie China Masters. First up on finals day was the mixed doubles event, as China's Liu Cheng and Bao Yixin took on Indonesians Edi Subaktiar and Gloria Emmanuel Wijaja. As the only non-Chinese representatives on the day, the Southeast Asians were keen to score an upset.
Oh yes.
But it proved a daunting challenge. Liu and Bao were just as determined to win the final for their fans. The Chinese world number 4 pair succeeded after 3 games, 18-21, 21-15, 26-24, and handed the duo their second title for the year.
They do get it done. It's been a marathon match in the mixed doubles. Liu Cheng and Bao Yixin from a game down after missing out on 5 match points, finally see off the challenge.
The women's singles saw He Bingtiao going up against Hui Si Rui. Both ladies ranked outside the top 100 in the world saw the perfect stage to announce their arrival to the big time. It was the 18-year-old He who eventually prevailed. The teenager clinched her victory in under half an hour. Final score, 21-13, 21-9.
What a comprehensive victory that is for He Bingtiao. It was all over in less than half an hour.
World number 9 Wang Zhengming faced Huang Yuxiang in the men's singles final. It was here that Wang won his last title in 2013, A positive result could finally put him back on the winning trail. And after 47 minutes, the former World Junior champion got his long-awaited victory, sealing it in 2 games, 22-20, 21-19.
Is it long? It is! Wang Zhengmin back in the winner's circle. Wang Yuxiang pushed him all the way.
Up next were All England winners Bao Yixin and Tang Yuanting taking on Tang Jinghua and Zhong Qianxin in the women's doubles. Having also snared the Swiss Open title, Bao and Tang were hoping to add a 3rd crown here. But Tang and Zhong had ideas of their own. The pair pulled off an unlikely but deserved victory over their compatriots, winning it 21-14, 11-21, 21-17.
And there you go. Zhong Qianxin and Tang Jinhua have won their first title together, only their 3rd event as a partnership.
The men's doubles final had Wang Yilu and Zhang Wen facing Li Junhui and Liu Yuchen. Runners-up last year, Wang and Zhang were hoping for a better outcome this time round, but the world number 15 duo were to be denied yet again, as Li and Liu proved worthy victors in this one. Final score, 21-15, 19-21, 21-12.
That's it. Li and Liu are your winners. Liu Yuchen and Li Junhui, the Chinese teenagers, the former world and Asian junior champions, have won the China Masters.
After the interval, we're in South Africa to find out how badminton is having a positive effect on underprivileged children. Let's find out how badminton is doing around the world. This week, we get a postcard from New Zealand.
Hi, I'm Dylan Sujasa, and I play singles, doubles and mixed for Team New Zealand. So New Zealand's quite a small country. We have a lot of beautiful nature and outdoor spaces. We have a lot of beaches and the weather is very good during the summer, so it's a very nice country to live in. The people of New Zealand are very passionate, they're quite outgoing and adventurous. We love the outdoors, we love exploring. We're very passionate about our sports. We put 110% effort into supporting and also playing and training for these sports. At the moment, rugby, cricket and netball are the top sports. They're very popular in New Zealand. So badminton isn't that popular here, but it's a growing sport here in New Zealand. We have a lot of school teams starting to join and play a lot more. And the community here is very supportful of players training and just playing socially. In April this year, we have the Sky City New Zealand Open, and it's just been upgraded to a Grand Prix Gold, and it's going to attract a lot of great international players. I'm really looking forward to participating and getting to watch all these top-notch international players, and everyone should come to Auckland and watch.
This week's Player of the Week is China's men's singles shuttler Wang Zhengmin. Last week, the world number 9 clinched his first title since 2013, defeating fellow countryman Huang Yuxiang in straight games at the Bonnie China Masters Final. With compatriots such as world champion Chen Long and 2-time Olympic winner Lin Dan commanding the headlines in this format, the 25-year-old Wang will be hoping his latest triumph will be the catalyst to more success this season. Cape Town is the second most populous city in South Africa. Noted for its stunning natural beauty, it is a diverse and cosmopolitan expanse and has a reputation for economic prosperity. In its summer months, tourists, both domestic and foreign, flock to its shores to enjoy its almost Mediterranean atmosphere. But not all is rosy in this part of the country. Like the rest of South Africa, Cape Town has been blighted by the legacy of apartheid. Segregation and neglect have combined to create places like Gugulethu and Ocean View, which are plagued by high crime, poverty, and a sense of isolation.
You have your peer pressure. Other challenges would be drugs, gangsterism, just the environment that the kids are in, and the nutrition that they have during the day. Those are all the challenges that we face.
Life in Gugulethu can be hectic because of the lack of resources for kids to participate in sport. Although we do have a playing ground, but we don't have the playing resources, and the traveling is one of the bigger challenges.
Whilst the social problems are large in these townships, they are not unsurmountable. Work is being done to better the prospects of some in these communities. The vehicle for that change is badminton. Francois Weasels and Ray Mondulu are just two volunteers who are devoting their time to teaching the benefits of the sport. It is hoped that not only will badminton offer them health benefits, but also a positive outlook on life.
I enjoy it because it's my passion, first of all. It's a passion, I would think, and then it keeps the kids busy for that 2 hours, and then also they can develop within the sporting code, and their lives can be developed outside, of course.
I encourage children to play badminton because it gives them a much better opportunity to see life from a different perspective. Normally, badminton was seen to be an all-white sport, but now that badminton has been introduced in the communities, the kids find it necessary to associate with other kids of the other races as well.
For the children themselves, their dedication to the sport has provided them with a new lease of life. When we visited the area, a number of them had been selected to play at the National Under-15 Championships, organised by Badminton South Africa.
The atmosphere here is very nice. They like cheering, and when I play it makes me so excited. I love people to cheer me.
I want to achieve better things, to play badminton and practice every time by achieving better things, not to stay in the streets.
The organisers of the tournament have taken a proactive role in reaching out to players from the townships. They have provided transportation, and all meals for the children are free. It's hoped by making it easy for the players to attend, the sport will continue to grow in deprived areas.
Bringing the kids in from Gugulethu and from Ocean View, for me, it's taking the sport to all. For a tournament like this week, they get fed morning, breakfast, lunch and supper. And we actually subsidise it by from the funds that we make out of the kitchen and that for the week. Small bit of social investment, but the payback ultimately is what it's about at the end of the day, and for giving those kids the chance.
For the coaches who have invested so much of their time providing an opportunity for the players, just being in tournaments such as these is reward enough.
The most important is getting them out of the environment so that they can interact with players other than where they come from. And they might see that there's much difference. There's something different to just Ocean View, a lifestyle different to Ocean View, and they might aspire to become one of the elite.
It allows them to see life from a different perspective. It allows them to mingle with the kids of diverse cultures. It also gives them that positive feeling that they are not alone in whatever they are doing.
Sports have always brought people together like few other activities can, and it seems it's doing it yet again. For townships such as Gugulethu and Ocean View, badminton is bringing real change, and that can only be a good thing for the communities. Let's find out what's happening on the international circuit in our Badminton Unlimited calendar. Next week on Badminton Unlimited, we're back in South Africa to run the rule over some of the new generation of badminton talent the country hopes will one day be world beaters. See you next week.